Hi, I'm Tracy, a sales consultant with Dynasplint Systems. In this short video, we'll walk you through how to properly fit your Dynasplint device.
Push forward, give yourself some relief, and then...
Please remember this video is a guide. Each fitting and patient recovery process is unique. Always follow the instructions given to you by your Dynasplint consultant.
It's important to note that Dynasplint is a rental item. If you have any questions about your device, billing, or your fitting schedule, don't hesitate to reach out directly to your consultant.
We're here to help. Let's get started.
The Supination, Pronation Dynasplint.
So today we're going to be fitting the Supination splint on Lisa. This is going to be a review of putting the splint on for both supination. Supination is palm up, and pronation, which is palm down. So we're going to start with supination first for those patients that are doing both directions at the same time. We'll get to pronation next.
When donning a Dynasplint, follow the 6 fitting fundamentals to ensure an effective stretch and recovery.
So the first thing we're going to do, this has been sized to Lisa already. She's going to be using this, I recommend, on a couch or a wide chair so that she has a place for a pillow next to her. And when she slides into the splint, okay, she's gonna slide in. She's gonna make sure her thumb goes through this forearm cuff. Now, before we do anything, we wanna make sure that Lisa's elbow is bent at 90 degrees at her side. The reason why we're doing that is we wanna make sure when we are stretching her that we're isolating out the forearm and not out here and rotating and cheating with the shoulder. So 90 degrees at her side is very, very important, and you wanna have a pillow or rolled towel like this. Just make sure you're not too high with the towel, that your shoulder is elevated or shrugging. You want this nice and relaxed. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna make sure she checks is that from her angle, there's going to be, on the inside of this dial here, it's gonna say supination. So Lisa, you see the word supination, correct? Okay, so we are set for supination. Now, she's going to close her straps so that she's in the splint nice and secure. This strap up here, I leave loose, and I really don't have the patient move this or loosen this, because she just has to slide in. This is to guide her to keep the elbow bent. However, Lisa, you're going to be closing this strap to make it snug. And then what you're gonna do is we need to close these 3 black straps on the forearm cuff, so correct. So pronate, palm down as far as you can. So you make sure you're always around the splint. Don't go around any of these outside bars. The third one does not have a buckle, but what she's gonna wanna do is make sure that her palm of her hand is nice and flat. So Lisa, make sure that when you're in this, you feel a nice flat contact of your palm onto the cuff of the splint, okay? And the last strap you're gonna do is this, just pull it a little over and then just stick it around, and there's a Velcro strap there. Now she's nice and secure and in the splint. Now let's talk about applying the tension and setting what I call the push pin, okay? There's a little blue end to this. It's a button. When you push it in, that'll allow us to lock this in. So what Lisa is first going to do in order to set this is she's going to actively palm up or supinate as far as she can on her own. Now, I call this the peg, okay? So you've got the push pin and the peg. I'm going to come under this peg. You'll notice if you feel this, there's a flat edge to this under here. So I'm gonna go against the flat edge, and I'm going to push up, and I'm gonna find the closest black hole that I can get into. So for example, this one right here might be a little stretch to get into. Lisa might choose to go to this one for now. And as long as you're pushing this in, it'll click in and you can let it go. Lisa's now going to apply the tension to the splint. The tension is what's going to rotate her arm into supination. So Lisa, I want you to turn that knob towards you. It's clockwise if you're looking at the screw. And you're gonna turn it until this will start to catch and put pressure down on the peg and rotate your arm. There you go. I want you to rotate that until you feel a gentle stretch and stop. Now, while Lisa is still in the splint, we're going to take the tension off, but I want to show anybody that is watching this video that is working on pronation how to change this. Pronation is palm down. So to do so, what you're going to do is you're going to grab this whole piece right here, grab it right by this circular joint, and you're going to pull out, not too far, just a little bit, and it will automatically spin and it'll pop right back into place. So let's do that again. I would pull this out and rotate. That would be supination. Pronation would be pull it out, rotate, and it clicks back in. Now Lisa could see pronation. So in the same order that we put the splint on for supination, Lisa's already in the splint. She's secured all of her straps. Now we're going to pronate as far as she can. So this is just active pronation, okay? Here's your flat peg. She's pushing down into it, finding the first black hole. When this was supination, this flat side was here, and we were pushing up, but now it's here. We're gonna push into it, and it goes down. There you go. Now all you have to do is add the tension, and this is going to rotate her into a stretch of pronation. One point I want to make here is that the reason why I want the patients to be withdrawing and pulling out this pin and resetting it every time is because as you progress, eventually you will get an advance to the next black holes. Coming out of the splint, we're going to start by taking the tension off of the splint. Now we're going to come here and we're going to pull that pin out. Remember to press that button in and pull. It's a little tricky from your angle, but you're just going to pull straight out. There you go. You're going to notice how this is going to drop down, okay? If it doesn't drop down and it kind of sticks up here, you're just going to push that down for the next time you get into the splint so it's ready, but it should naturally drop down when the tension's taken off the splint. Now, Lisa, what you're going to do in the other opposite order is now we're going to rotate your palm down. So you're going to rotate palm down to gain access to these three straps so you can open them and loosen them. Exactly. Don't pull them all the way out, just loose. This one just a little loose as well, and you could slide your arm out. Perfect.
That wraps up your fitting overview for your Dynasplint system.
As you continue wearing your splint, remember to track your daily progress and reference your Dynasplint program booklet.
It's there to help guide you and keep your recovery on track.
Slight discomfort when removing the Dynasplint is normal. However, if that discomfort lasts more than 30 minutes, please reach out to your Dynasplint consultant.
If you have any questions about your fit, schedule, or rental details, we're here to help. Your consultant is your best resource throughout this process.
Thanks for watching, and we're wishing you all the best in your recovery.